What a ride it's been for both of these franchises with the Miami Heat and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's break down the NBA Finals. Point guard Mario Chalmers is a good point guard, but is he good enough to play with Russell Russell? In this case, I'd give Russell Westbrook the edge in the fact that Russell can get to the basket and score from the free throw line. And hit a couple threes, by the way. Dwayne Wade, Thabo Sefolosha, and James Harden will play at the 2 guard. Here's where it gets a bit tricky. Dwayne Wade is an offensive threat and can really stand up to the task of scoring. But can he actually hold off the bearded hawk, James Harden, while he's being hawked himself by Thabo Sefolosha? So, this being said, I think that James and Thabo win this match, but just because that there are 2 players that can stand up against Dwayne Wade. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The Mr. MVP, 3-time MVP I should say, versus the 3-time scoring champion, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. This could basically be, all intents and purposes, be a wash. So I don't really want to pick one over the other, but if I have to, I'd pick Kevin Durant. No offense to Miami or any of those guys, but just the fact that Oklahoma City has home court advantage, so Kevin will get those calls in Oklahoma City. Chris Bosh and Serge Ibaka. The point is, well, Chris hasn't really had an off season to play with. Yeah, he's been pretty good these last couple of games, but he hasn't had, say, 11 for 11 night to actually go out there and compete. Therefore, I'm giving Serge the advantage here, but only because he's played a little longer, well, and because he can block a couple of shots, right? No, I mean, they don't call him Serge a blocker for nothing. At center, you got Udonis Haslem and Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is a true center. Yeah, he's not a big offensive threat. Neither is Haslem. But Perkins is a true 7-foot center. Haslem really isn't. Therefore, I give Kendrick Perkins the advantage, just in the fact, also by the way, that he's actually won a championship. Obviously not with Oklahoma City, I should say. He won that one with Boston. The coaching staffs. First, you have Scott Brooks and Eric Spoelstra. Spoelstra's a good coach. He's gotten these guys to 2 straight Western Conference Finals for a reason. But with this season and with this stretch, I'm going to go with Scott Brooks. I mean, just think of it this way. He swept the defending NBA champion Dallas Mavericks, won that game in Dallas. Not a lot of people have done that. Then they played LA. Everybody was always talking about how LA might be able to do this. Ron Artest's big return, that big hoopla. Ended up taking that game, that series, 4-1, with a huge win coming in Los Angeles for the first time since Oklahoma City has been a franchise. And then, of course, the one that we just won. The one against San Antonio. Everybody was talking about how San Antonio this, San Antonio that, San Antonio this. San Antonio had won 20 straight games. San Antonio knows how to win. Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, yada, yada, yada. But what did the Thunder do? They gave them a 2-game lead. They earned their stripes after that. They took the 2-0 lead. They erased it. They won the game and the series 4-2 to get where they are in the Western Conference Finals. Coaching-wise, I give the advantage to Scott Brooks. Needless to say, that I'm going to pick the Thunder in this series. And yes, I have a Thunder hat on. I have my James Harden jersey on. I love my Thunder. And yes, I actually do think that the Oklahoma City Thunder are a much better team than the Miami Heat. I hope we win this series because for those 3 guys to go out and pay to win a championship, it's a shame and it shouldn't be done that way. And Oklahoma City is going to prove that it will not be done that way. Thank you very much for watching this video.